Hey y'all, Dekumon here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. You might notice I am not quite where I was when I logged out, and there's a reason for that. And that reason is I have 50,000 experience to go before I hit level 70 on Gunbreaker. So what am I doing? I'm standing right here so we can do the Gunbreaker quest now. I actually decided we're gonna do the Gunbreaker quests, and then I'm gonna immediately swap over to Bard and we'll continue the main story in Bard. Why? Well, I kind of want to show off how Bard works in a dungeon. It makes a little more sense. We've already seen how the Gunbreaker plays. We're not going to get to see the 70 ability in a dungeon, unfortunately, but I will take a little time to beat up the trading dummy and show you guys what it looks like properly. Anyway, Radovan here will have our first of, I believe, 4 Gunbreaker quests. And they're starting at level 63, for better or for worse. Yeah, this will definitely gonna put me over level 70. The walls that surround this city remind me of my homeland. We built it as a fortress to keep out invaders. Excuse me, they nailed me with a freaking notification right off the bat. Not that it made much difference in the end.
Oh, not this again. Perhaps you could lighten the mood by sharing our recent bit of good news.
Ah, yes. It looks like we found our next client. Nothing that's been decided, but a lady named Oriel is waiting for us near the Gate of Thal. We'll meet you there. The Gate of Thal, you say? You must be the person I'm looking for.
You're the bodyguards, right? We need your help. It's my husband. After he walked out, I thought I'd seen the last of him, but now you've got to keep him away from us.
I'm not sure we're qualified to settle domestic disputes.
Radovan, this sounds serious. Hear her out, would you?
Very well, my apologies. Please continue.
His name's Gerard. He won't leave us alone, and he keeps jumping out to harass us when we're by ourselves. If we were to go outside the city gates, I'm sure he'd follow us. And when he does, I want you to scare him off.
I doubt he'll show himself if he sees you have bodyguards, so we'll wait somewhere nearby. When the moment is right, we'll give him a fright he won't forget in a hurry.
Yes, that ought to work. Tim and I will leave through this gate, so you should find a hiding place. It's time that bastard, excuse my language, learned his lesson.
Well, this is an entertaining little side trek. So we're going to be scaring off an ex-husband. Wow, lovely. Oh, if you haven't seen it yet, I would strongly recommend going to watch the Endbreaker job actions video. It just got released, I believe, a day ago. So it's really good. It's so good. It makes me want to play Summoner again. But it also really makes me excited for Sage and Reaper. Both classes look insane, and I can't wait to see them in all their glory in a few months. Oh my gosh. Hang on, excuse me. Chocobo, you're on the road here. Remember, we've got the boy to think about. I'd rather not cut a man down in front of his own son, but I will if I have to. You follow my lead. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping we're here just to spook him. Get away from her. What? Who the bloody hell's are you? Friends of Oriel. Now walk away while you still can.
But I only want what's best for my boy. Your boy? You've got no right to call him that. He belongs to me.
Oh dear. I believe we're definitely getting into something we shouldn't hear. This is your final warning. Bother them again, and you won't live to regret it. Really should have heard both sides of the story here.
That'll teach him. And you were wonderful. Worth every gil. Thank you so much.
She's not so easily fooled. It was our pleasure. Yeah, no. No, I kind of feel like we're on the wrong side of this one. Although there wasn't much work for you to do, your presence lent weight to my words. But most importantly, the client was satisfied with our work.
Yes, she did seem rather pleased with herself. Listen, you two. There's no time to explain. We have to follow that woman.
She's got a good head on her shoulders. Gals bells. When Sophie gets one of her hunches, there's no stopping her. So, where am I following her to? Drybone. That's a good distance from here. So what are we doing here, Radovan? Why would she bring Tim all the way out here? Good question. And who are these two? Conniving ne'er-do-well? Seriously?
What are we supposed to do with a runt like this? If we feed him up, he might be worth something one day.
She's selling her own child? We've got to stop them! Wait, is that?
Enough of this! Stay away from my son. Son, eh? You should have kept out of this, mate. Too late now.
Okay, no, we were definitely on the wrong side of this conflict. Quickly, we've got to help him. Not now. Dekumon, it's up to you. Well, alright then. I will go over here and beat these guys. Oh, okay. I think she's doing, yeah, he's doing this as a monk. Maybe? No, Gunbreaker. Position so I can actually get to the guy. There we are. All too easy. Oh, I can't believe she was just standing here the whole time. You saved us. How can I ever...
Daddy!
Dekumon, I let you down. I let everyone down. But Sophie, what happened here?
I knew from the moment I met Oriel there was something not quite right about her. It wasn't until later I realized. She's a somnus addict. Once it takes hold, it changes you. She was able to keep her addiction hidden from most, but not from me, and probably not from her family either.
Yes, I've known for a while.
But I had no idea she'd do something like this. Gods, if I hadn't started gambling, this never would have happened. My debt spiraled beyond my control, and she ran away to get away from me to start a new life with our son. The shock of losing them made me realize I couldn't live like that anymore. So I vowed to turn my life around, and I worked my fingers to the bone to repay the money I owed. But by the time I finally found the courage to track Oriel down, it was too late. She'd made new friends, the wrong sort of friends, and had to resort to God's only knows what to make ends meet. It became too much to bear, and Somnus was her only escape. Nothing else mattered to her, not even her own child. So you see, it wasn't only my life I'd ruined. I made her who she is today. That's why I don't have it in me to hate her. Wow. You know, for just a job questline, this one's heavy. Like, super heavy. What will you do now? I plan to send her to Fronsdale's... I can't pronounce that one. Frondale's Forestery, I guess. They can treat people like Oriel, although it costs more than most folks can afford. My savings should cover it for a short while at least. We'll take it one day at a time and see how she responds to the treatment. I know she might never recover, but I can't give up on her. Obviously, she's in no fit state to look after Tim, so he'll be living with me. You could have been killed confronting those slavers. If you wind up dead, there'll be no one to look after the boy. From now on, you'll have to think before you act. I will, I swear it. Thank you all for everything you've done. That poor child. Sophie's quick thinking may have saved him on this occasion, but I fear his hardships are far from over. I, on the other hand, only succeeded in disgracing myself. Again. It's not your fault, Radovan. I think you owe Dekumon an explanation, though. Yes, if we are to fight side by side,
there is something you should know. I'm an idiot and a coward, and I'm pretty sure I'm missing a leg. Though I served as an Imperial conscript for a time, after I disobeyed a direct order, I was sentenced to solitary confinement for more than a decade. Damn. Like many of the inmates, I was forced to wear a Magitech collar. Oh, that sounds terrible. The wardens could use them to administer a severe electric shock anytime they pleased, and please them it did. The paralysis would eventually wear off, but even now, years after removing the collar, my whole body will suddenly seize up. It's as though the pain never left me and could reawaken at any moment. Thankfully, my condition appears to have improved somewhat since leaving the Empire. Perhaps one day I will be free of it, but until then, there's no telling when it might strike. So wow, slavery, addiction, and PTSD all in one quest. Gotta love Shadowbringers. And yes, this is a Shadowbringers quest. That was the part I was goofing up earlier.
Radovan saved my bacon more times than I can count, so it's only fair that I do the same for him. We've been through thick and thin ever since the first time we met in that Guardian jail. I was awaiting execution along with the other captured members of the Resistance, as well as various insurgents and undesirables. Among them were several Somnus addicts. Even in Imperial jail, there are ways to get your hands on it. When I saw Oriel, I couldn't put my finger on it at first, but she had the same look in her eyes as those lost souls. Anyway, where was I? Radovan has been needing to escape ever since he was first imprisoned, and was secretly digging a tunnel a few ilms at night over the course of about 10 years.
That's dedication. That's some serious dedication right there.
The only thing was, it went the wrong way. Then one night, he suddenly burst through my wall.
10 years and he didn't even go the right direction. Why did you have to tell him that? You know I'm far from proud of my miscalculation.
Well, things worked out in the end, didn't they? The other inmates made such a racket when you came crashing in, it drew the attention of the wardens and all hell broke loose. In the confusion, Radovan and I forced our way past the guards, and by some miracle we managed to avoid their searchlights. And finally, we were free.
Free to return to my wife and child, to my homeland? Or so I thought. While I'd been rotting away in a Garlean cell, everything I knew, everything I loved had been taken from me. I should have been there, but I couldn't even. Don't worry about it, man. Gah, enough of this. We've spoken over long as it is. Well then, where to next?
I think I've had my fill of Uldar. What say we try our luck in Limsa Liminsa? I'm sure a change of scenery will do us a world of good.
Yes, I like the sound of that. Let's reconvene at the local Adventurers Guild. These guys are just doing all the globetrotting. So I get to go all the way to Limsa now, huh? There he is. A city founded by pirates. Now that's a terrible idea if I ever heard one. With all the cutthroats running rampant, I'm surprised there's anyone left.
But what about the views, the sea breeze?
There'll be plenty of time to enjoy ourselves once we've a few more gil in our pockets. Dekumon, we're still waiting for word from the guild, so perhaps you should find somewhere for a few practice swings in the meantime. Wouldn't be a bad idea, especially considering I just hit level 70. But unfortunately, I don't have continuation, because that is from the quests. Anyway, Confessions of a Flaming Mongrel. Oh, this sounds great. You'll be pleased to hear that the Yellow Jackets have offered us an assignment. After taking on more than we bargained for with our previous clients, we're hoping this one will turn out to be relatively straightforward. We haven't heard what it entails yet, but I bet it's something important. A man called Futag Yafutag has arranged to meet us in Bulwark Hall. Let's go and see what he wants. That is a terrible, terrible name. Bulwark Hall. Where is Bulwark Hall? It's the other area that's connected to this one. Okay. Oh, you're one of the warrior guys.
Thank you for coming at such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I'll be brief. We want you to protect Goldwhites, who was until recently leader of the Flaming Mongrels. They were once a gang of raiders, but eventually settled in Limsa Liminsa to extort and rob their way to a position of considerable influence in the criminal underworld. That all ended when Goodwhites turned himself in. No one saw it coming, not even the other Flaming Mongrels. He's due to give testimony in exchange for a reduced sentence. And not just about the crimes he committed himself either. All of the gangs he's had dealing with have ample reason to silence him before he spills his secrets. He's currently being held in the Morbi dry docks. Your job is to see that he reaches Limsa in one piece. So, you want us to act as bodyguards to a criminal? I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, especially with a mob on his tail, jeez. We'd be protecting the information that's in his head, which could be used to bring countless other lawbreakers to justice. It sounds like a worthwhile cause to me.
It is. And before you ask why we're hiring outsiders, it's to avoid attention. If I pull too many yellow jackets from their posts, the gangs will figure out what's going on. Better to give the impression that it's business as usual while using professionals like you to escort him in secret.
I'm kind of glad he called us professionals and not just sellswords.
We still need to secure the route, so I'll go on ahead and see to the preparations. Come and find me at the dry docks when you're ready.
I wonder if this is going to be a duty calls. Before we begin, we should find out more about this Guldwites. While it's important to place our trust in the client, I don't want to repeat the mistake we made last time. You're learning, Radovan. You're learning. Speak with locals around the Octant. And by Octant, they mean the Aetheryte Plaza, which is, as always, completely crowded and full of random people everywhere. If the rumors are true, the Flaming Mongrels are involved in most of the money lending and extortion that goes on in the city. Guldwites was at the center of this web, overseeing every aspect of these clandestine activities. Now that he has finally found the decency to give himself up, I imagine that his former associates would rather he kept quiet concerning their dealings. Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine.
Oh, yes, everybody has heard of the Flaming Mongrels. Their modus operandi is to offer loans, increase the interest to the extent that their mark has no hope of ever paying it back, and then forcing that poor soul to obey their every whim.
That sounds terrible. Good lord. In a big old road again. I may not be at liberty to discuss an ongoing investigation. I can say, however, that many Yellow Jackets believe heartless curs like Guldwites deserve nothing less than death. He and his rogues have left only tragedy and despair in their wake. Mercy would be a waste. Oof. You make it sound like I'm gonna have to deal with rogue Yellow Jackets in the middle of this quest. That doesn't sound good. And Radovan's out here questioning the local merchants. Good idea. Did you hear anything useful? Mm-hmm. Quite a few things useful, in fact. Exchange of information! Yes, it's just as Futag Yafutag said. Guldwight certainly has a lot of enemies on both sides of the law.
Radovan, it's not too late to refuse. Think about what you're doing.
Trust me, I have. Now, let's say no more on the matter. We have a job to do. Sophie's the only one in this group with a square head on her shoulders. Alright, off to the Morbi dry docks we go. Alright, let's move us a prisoner.
All set. Good. Then it's time to bring out the prisoner.
Oh, he's a big guy. No cuffs?
I present Guldwight, Scourge of Limsa. His life's in your hands now, guard him well.
Thank you kindly.
Are you sure you've got the right man? Quite sure. Now, listen carefully. This is important. We've scouted the road ahead and we've spotted a group of unsavory figures lying in wait. The plan is to put them down and rush past before anyone realizes what happened.
Well, if that's how you'd prefer us to handle it, then very well. But we'll need someone to take the lead and cut through that ambush. I think I just volunteered, didn't I? I choose you for that role, Dekumon. Show me how far you've come as a gunbreaker. The rest of us will stay close to Guldwight and fend off any that try to flank us. Futag, I give you my word that we'll get him to Limsa, even if I have to carry him there.
We're depending on you, Dekumon. Once you've cleared the path, we'll be right behind you. We'll regroup at Oshon's Embrace and assess the situation before moving on.
You know, I was kind of hoping for a duty calls, but I suppose I can just go do a survey and defeat assailants gig. This here's the right spot. Purple smoke's a dead giveaway. Oh, I see a second spot of purple smoke over there. So we're gonna have to do 2 fights. Come on, you hired assassins are just not that difficult. You haven't even tried to channel anything yet. Come on. I'm barely putting up a real fight here. And done. All right, one down, one to go. Honestly, it takes longer to get over here and search for these guys than it does to put them down. Hello, is anybody here? Oh, I have 2 hired assassins this time. And the first one is already basically dead. Fine, give me the Fang Claw Talon combo. See if you can survive through this. No, guess not. And that means we just gotta head, like, an extra 50 feet up here. Well, I was the scout, so I'm not surprised I'm the first one here. Still worrisome, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, everybody's here. A pretty poor attempt at an ambush. Without the element of surprise, then nothing.
Yes, very impressive. But I'll save my thanks until we reach Limsa, if you don't mind.
Can I help you, ma'am?
I bring bad news, I'm afraid. Those men weren't here to ambush you. They were only lookouts. The bulk of the enemy force lies ahead. We'll take the prisoner to a safe hiding place until those rogues have been dealt with.
What?
Why wasn't I informed sooner? We only just received the information ourselves. I'm to take the prisoner into custody, while you are to return to your post until further notice. As for the hirelings, their services are no longer required. Now, hold on a moment. Look, if you've got a problem, take it up with Commodore Rayner. They're his orders, not mine. All right, you've made your point. Well, that's that, I suppose. Nevertheless, I'll see that you receive the full amount as agreed. It was a pleasure working with you.
I don't buy this. I don't buy this one bit. I feel like this is more someone in the Yellow Jackets trying to cover up their own screw up. Something about this doesn't add up. Surely it would make more sense for Futag to go with them. Besides, our agreement was to see Goodwights to Limsa Lominsa, and that's exactly what I intend to do. You two come with me.
Looks like the shoe's on the other foot this time, so I can hardly refuse. Come on, before he does something we'll regret.
Oh, too late for that, I'm sure. Where is everybody? I mean, Radovon's here, but where's all the Yellow Jackets? She took him inside. If my guess is correct, there's no time to waste. Oh, I see.
Nothing for it but to follow him, I suppose.
Yep, I knew it. Trying to cover up. Stop this at once.
Stay out of it, sellsword. My friend's dead because of this filth. He's got nowhere to live, so why would you protect him?
Because I gave my word. Though he may be beyond redemption, he acts not for his own sake, but for the good of others. Oh no, she's not planning it though. His testimony will make Limsa Lominsa a safer place. Now, lower your axe. That works too.
Thank the 12 you got her when you did. It didn't take long for us to find out that it was all a ruse, but by then she'd already bought enough time to carry out her plan. Luckily for us, the 3 of you weren't so easily duped. Of course, she's not the only Yellow Jacket to bear a grudge against Goodwights, but I never thought any of us would go to such lengths. A fine bloody mess this is.
And now we're escorting 2 prisoners. Lovely.
While we may have been waylaid somewhat, our orders to escort Gunwight still stand. Before we go, I want to thank y'all for all you done. Truth is, I ain't got long to live. Even if I can escape having my head lopped off, the sickness will get me sore enough.
That's the reason for the sudden change of heart. You should have lived out your days as one of the leading figures in the underworld, rich and powerful. What made you turn yourself in?
Since before I can remember, I've been cheating and killing to put food in my belly and give them a pocket. And I was good at it too. Worked my way to the top. But the top of what? Bunch of liars, swindlers, and murderers. And when I found out I only have a few moons left, I realized Limps is the way it is because of people like me. It ain't gotta be that way though. Not if I say my piece.
In that case, we best get you to Limsa, post haste.
Before I kick the bucket, lead the way.
That was a nice short trip. Just teleports me right here. Not the most direct route, but we got here in the end.
All that remains is for Goodwise to give his testimony. On behalf of the Yellow Jackets, I offer my thanks. You've kept your word. Now it's my turn. Fare you well.
I don't know, I felt like giving Goodwise just like this lovely soft-spoken voice. Every city has its problems, this one more than most. It is high time we moved on.
Seeing as we've been to Alamigo, Gridania, Udar, and Limsa Lavinsa, that just leaves Ishgard. I don't exactly thrive in cold climates, though.
Just get yourself a decent overcoat and you'll be fine. Well then, let's be off. To Ishgard, huh? You guys are just taking a tour of all the major cities. Ah, there you are. I half expected you guys to be in the pub. I mean, Ishgard doesn't have a proper adventurers guild, so the pub's the next best thing. I'll admit, it's a fair bit colder than I was expecting. Not that it's anything to be concerned about.
That's easy for you to say. You've got a big thick fur coat.
You'll soon get used to it, I'm sure. Anyway, Dekumon, it seems that instead of offering work via an adventurers guild, Ishgard's temple knights issue leaves. Although there do not appear to be any clients in need of protection, it is only a matter of time before something comes our way. Until then, be sure not to let your skills or your gunblade grow rusty. Don't worry, I won't, because it's literally going to be the next quest, Defectors and Defenders. We Hrothgar are quite used to snow and ice, so we sometimes forget the problems it poses for other races. This morning, a homeless hero lad was found lying stone cold in the street. Damn.
When they came to carry him away, he was frozen solid like a statue. The poor thing can't have been more than 20 summers old.
We asked the Temple Knights if there was something we could do, and we were told that they had the perfect assignment for us. Our client this time is Reese of Garland Ironworks. Their founder, Sid Garland, is one of the few Garleans to have turned his back on the Empire, and is a hero to many living under their rule. I wonder if I might have the honor of meeting him in person. At any rate, we must first head to the Skyskill Manufactory. Oh, we're gonna work for Garland, huh? This should be interesting. Oh wow, epic music all of a sudden.
Good morning. I take it you're the bodyguard sent by the Temple Knights. There's something I'd like you to protect. A recently defected Garlean engineer, as it happens. I'll not bore you with the details, but he is to oversee the installation of a cerulean heating system. We're hoping it would avert tragedies like the one that recently occurred in the Broom.
Now that is a really good thought. Yes, we saw the body being carried away. Terrible sight it was. If this engineer friend of yours needs safe passage here, we'd be glad to help.
Unfortunately, the Empire does not take kindly to desertion, especially when the man in question is one of its most highly esteemed scientists. We've received word that a group known as the Alude,
I'm pretty sure I butchered that, I apologize,
has been dispatched to see that he never reaches Ishgard.
Gods be good.
I've heard of them. Prisoners offered an opportunity to reduce their sentences through loyal service to Garlemald. By all accounts, they fight like men possessed, desperate to earn their freedom.
Most of all, they are led by Vitus Cormissaria, a man whose cruelty knows no bounds. As a soldier, he reached the rank of Pilus Prior, but was relegated after butchering a village of innocent civilians, purely to sate his own bloodlust. Wow. Oh boy, this is going to be a fun Garlean to fight. Even his fellow Garleans were disgusted by those barbaric acts, yet that did not damage his reputation as a skilled warrior equal to Gaius van Besal himself. During my imprisonment, Vitus Cormissaria came to enlist me. I told him I'd sooner rot in jail than serve under a rabid dog like him. As you can imagine, he was far from pleased with my refusal, and tried to persuade me by using my Magitech collar to administer countless electric shocks. I'll never forget the look in his eyes as he pushed that button over and over.
Of course, not everyone is as resilient as Radovan. Many who fight for the Alude do so against their will, though they are no less deadly for it. By the Fury, if I had known the dangers involved, I'd have called the whole thing off. It's too late now, though. The airship is already on its way to Krathus. It should be soon arriving at the observatorium. Sadly, we couldn't gain permission to have an Imperial craft dock in the city for Madison's security, of course. From the rendezvous point, we'll proceed the rest of the way on foot. Once we're safely inside the Gates of Judgment, we can consider the mission a success.
Your friend is risking his life for the sake of others. Reese, I give my word that he will reach Ishgard safely. Listen, Sophie. You know as well as I do that the Alude are as ruthless as they are tenacious. For that reason, I want you to stay behind.
You think you could take them on without me there to heal you?
Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful to have you by my side. But against foes like that, Dekumon and I will struggle to protect you and the engineer.
Protect me? Look, Radovan, we protect each other, remember? Or perhaps you see me as nothing but a burden. Fine, have it your way.
Well, that didn't go well.
Not to rush you or anything, but we should get going. I'll meet you at the airship landing on top of the tower.
Before we leave, there's something I'd like to make clear. I didn't mean what I said to Sophie. I think she's an excellent conjurer and more than capable of taking care of herself. But this is Vitus Cormasalia we are dealing with, a monster who delights in toying with his prey. I can't let her face that kind of danger. You see, Sophie and I have been inseparable ever since we escaped our Garlean captors. When I discovered what had befallen my family, I came close to taking my own life, and I might have even gone through with it if Sophie hadn't stopped me. She's lost loved ones too, but has never given up hope. Sophie helped me realize there's still a place in this world for me. In fact, it was her idea that I become a bodyguard. Although no one will ever replace the family I lost, she helped fill that void in my life and gave me a reason to carry on. If she were here now, she would tell me to stop being such a sentimental old fool, or words to that effect. Anyway, the sooner we finish this assignment, the sooner I can get back here and apologize to her. It's going to take a lot of apologizing. Alright, we're here, we made it.
Now that you're here, allow me to introduce the man you will be escorting.
Kato Nan Mamula, at your service. Or should that be Kato Mamula now that I am in Ishgard? You know him. Is something the matter? No, it's nothing.
Well then, shall we begin?
Wait. Mamula? No way. No way. Oh. I need to double check something. Is the quest description's probably not in here. Mamula. And he's worried about a guy named Masala. Okay, so no, the names aren't the same. But he knows something. He either knows the person directly or he's at least heard this name, because Radovan had a hell of a reaction. Hello. Boy, they started early. Radovan's already got his first kill under his belt. The other day knew we were coming. Hills bells, they must have seen that airship from miles away. I'll stay with the engineer. You go on ahead and draw them out. We'll rendezvous at the camp to the north. I need to find me 3 spots of people to take out. Should be fun. Here's number 1. Ooh, I'm gonna have to recharge the chocobo here. Only 1 minute on the clock. Can't have that. Here. There's only one guy here. Do all the good fun stuff. And a Regalia is going by in the background. Lovely. Alright, that takes care of number 1. Now where are the other 2? Well, they're way up here. Come on, number 2, where are you at? There you are, purple smoke. Perfect. Said perfect, thank you. Come on. Anytime now. What do we got? 2 conscripts for the price of 1. Me without my bow shock. So here, I'll dodge you. I'll go beat on the other guy. I'm almost done with mine. Chocobo's almost done with his. Now my dot is still on it too. Voila. That takes care of number 2. Now just need to find number 3. Number 3. Where would I find? There you are. Just had to get closer. These things are a pain in the butt to see at a big distance. What do you got? 3 conscripts this time? Yeah, I thought so. Here. Make sure I hit all 3 of you with bow shock and I don't hit the lovely little pink thing that's over here. I do not need to get a 4th enemy involved for no good reason. I said I'm not getting a 4th enemy involved, so no, you do not target it. Oh, that did a number on this poor guy's health. There. 3 down, none to go. And we should be able to meet the crew here in Camp Dragonhead. Right? No, just gotta wait for them to show up first. That's not good music. Well, you still got the guy with you. Some of the Alade stayed in the hiding places until you passed. One of them got to Reese. He's hurt, but it could have been a lot worse. I'm sorry. They caught me by surprise. We've made it this far, but Vitus is still out there. If this is just a taste of what the Alade have in store for us, our best option is to avoid confrontation altogether. Mamula and I will sneak past them while you and Reese stay behind. The 2 of us stand a better chance than a group of 4. Are you sure? No, we should probably stick together, man. The splitting up thing got you guys hurt in the first place. I know how you feel, but sometimes discretion is the better part of valor. You see the sense in this, don't you? Fine. We'll meet back in Ishgard. You better get in there in one piece, man. My colleagues will contact me via Link Pearl once Master Mamula has arrived in Ishgard. In the meantime, we should lie low. We don't want to alert the Alade to our presence any more than we already have. Oh, and I better get these wounds looked at. Yeah, you probably should. Another cutscene. Oh, hey, Sophie.
Thank goodness you're all right. You've been gone so long I came looking for you. I met a few nasty characters on the way here, but I soon sent them packing.
Where's your partner, though?
Wait, where's Radovon? And that engineer you're supposed to be escorting?
What, he didn't make it back? Shoot.
Kato nan Mamula! If the 2 of them are together, then... Radovon never talks to anyone about it, but he comes from a place called Bosha Citadel. It was utterly destroyed in a Gallian experiment gone wrong. In charge of the project were Midas Nas Garland and his right-hand man, Kato nan Mamula.
Oh no. This is a bit of 1.0 lore. Midas Nan Garland was Cid's father, if memory serves, and he was in charge, or at least partially in charge, of the Meteor Project. You know, the one that caused Dalamud to fall on the planet and, you know, basically destroy all of 1.0. Yeah, they were doing some experiments in the Boshan Citadel.
Radovon's opposition to Bosha being used as a testing ground for potentially dangerous magitech led to his imprisonment, and his fears were proved correct when the city was obliterated. There's a strong chance that he's planning to exact his revenge.
Shit.
We have to stop him. They headed west towards Ishgard, yes? We should be able to follow their tracks. There's no time to lose.
I cannot believe he would do something stupid. Well, considering how far we are past the gates, Definitely tell something bad's going down. But did these guys run afoul of trouble? Or is he causing trouble? God dang it, man, where are you? No? Looks like he's leading. Ooh, there's an angry look in my character's eyes right there. Oh. Yep, he is doing something stupid. For my homeland. For my family.
Posture.
Dekumon? Stay back. This fiend robbed me of everything I hold dear. Don't deny me my vengeance. But he's unarmed. You swore to protect him.
I will not beg your forgiveness. However, I ask that you heed my final words. Midas and I knew there were risks involved with the experiment, but we did not foresee that it could fail so catastrophically. I have lived with unending, agonizing guilt ever since.
I can imagine.
From that day forth, I have sought redemption, a chance to somehow right the wrongs I have committed. That is why I asked Midas' son, Sid, to aid in my defection from Garlemald, that my knowledge and expertise may be put to good use. But I always knew that the sins of my past would return to haunt me. I submit myself to your judgment.
Oh, damn. Have you forgotten about Gouldwights? Does the word of a Gunbreaker mean nothing? I like that one. Come on, don't do it, man. Don't do it. Good. What have I become? My honor as a gunbreaker, as a man, I've thrown it all away. You are the last of us now. Me and the 100,000 other people who play Gunbreaker, of course. Oh no, don't tell me. Yep.
You want us to kill him now, sir?
No, the old goat can wait.
It's the prowling lion I want. Yes, your head will make a fine trophy.
Talking about Radobon or me? Oh dear. I have a feeling we'll resolve this one next quest.
Is my bullet alright? And where's Radovon?
Don't worry, he's alright. Stopped him from doing something stupid.
Wandered off? But we've still got a job to do. And I dread to think what might have happened if you hadn't stopped him.
Same here.
Come on, Dekumon. With or without Radovon, we still have a job to do. Let's get Mamola to Ishgard.
Once again, thank you for the teleport here.
After the trouble you had reaching Camp Dragonhead, I'm pleasantly surprised that the Alliday kept away from us for the remainder of the journey. Yes, fortunate indeed. All's well that ends well, as the saying goes. One thing still troubles me, though. If that Vitus Quo Masala is as ruthless as you say, I doubt the walls of Ishgard will deter him from pursuing his target. As such, Master Mamula will be closely guarded until we can be certain it's safe. Yes, it would be a shame if I were kept from fulfilling my obligations. I hope that the next time we meet, I shall have glad tidings to share.
Ugh, so many secondary characters. It's so hard to keep all their voices straight. It does not also help that we have people outside who think the road is their own Indiana 500 or something. Jesus, what is that horrible noise? Sorry if you can hear that.
We managed to get Mamula here unharmed, but in doing so, we've lost sight of Radovon. He could be anywhere by now. But we've been through too much for me to turn my back on him now. If he decides to get his act together, he knows where to find me. Until then, we'd better be on the lookout for the Allidae. I doubt we've seen the last of them.
No kidding. I've got one more quest to go. Yep. Steel against steel. And there it is. Continuation.
For better or worse, the Allidae are nowhere to be seen. Reese and the others seem to think they've abandoned their mission and gone back to Garlemald, which I highly doubt. For them, failure simply isn't an option. But what I want to know is, where is Radovon? I have a good mind to pack up and leave him here. Or at least, find somewhere warmer to wait for him. If there's one thing I can't bear, it's standing about doing nothing. Especially somewhere as bitterly cold as this. I know. Let's go and ask the Temple Knights if they have any work for us.
And that's how it starts. Volunteering. Poor Sophie. You need a thicker coat or something. Or did you get hit in the arm? Oh no, you're just idling like that.
What took you so long? I've already been and spoken to them. Anyway, there's a client looking for protection, but they wish to remain anonymous. We're supposed to meet them in a place called Twin Pools, which is western Querthis, apparently. Seeing as we have nothing better to do, well, we may as well go and find out what they want. It should pass the time until Radovon comes back, if nothing else.
Twin Pools, you say? Good lord, Twin Pools is the middle of nowhere. Who are we? Oh no. Oh no. I have a feeling we're about to get into some shit. That Duty Calls is a dead giveaway. Well, this should be good and unpleasant.
My prayers have been answered. I was beginning to think the Temple Knights had forgotten about me. I do hope you will forgive the need for secrecy. The nature of my request is very sensitive, you see. Now, if you would be so kind as to follow me.
I think we just got ambushed. Yep. Son of a bitch. The hell is this?
I can't break free.
Oh, it was him. You dirty bastard.
Wiggle all you want, little fly. Nothing escapes my web.
Shoot.
But 'twould be for shame for you to die without knowing the name of the spider who ensnared you. I am Vitus Quo Masala, commander of the Allidae. When we came to collect that old goat who had strayed from the herd, I never expected to find a prowling lion. Or should I say, warrior of light? There are many in Garlemald who would be delighted were I to present your corpse, and I doubt that restoring me to Palace Pyre will suffice. No, Legatus would be far more fitting. Vitus Van Masala has such a wonderful ring to it. Yes, so close I can almost taste it. Your tail ends here.
Dude, you think your sword's big enough? God, his face too. Oh! About bloody time, Radovon.
Radovon! Where in the bloody hells have you been?
Tracking the Allidae. That's how I knew they'd come after you, Dekumon.
Prisoner 1441, if I'm not mistaken. First you refused my kind offer, then you have the audacity to escape. Now this. Whatever am I to do with you?
Oh dear. You're not the only one with a few tricks up his sleeve, Vitus. Oh! He hacked the Magitech collars. When we first encountered the Alade, I noticed the collars they were wearing. I had one myself not so long ago. This must be your way of maintaining discipline. I took one of them to Mamola, who engineered a device similar to yours. How ironic that the very collars you were so fond of could be turned against you. Jeez, look at this smarmy son of a bitch. Oh! Okay, no, this guy is just a jerk. He starts killing his own troops. Worthless dogs. Of course, I never needed the other day of those Magitech traps to stay the likes of you. But I prefer to leave nothing to chance. No matter. We will just have to settle this the old-fashioned way. Speaking of which, where did you find those antiques? If you think they can compare to a Guardian Gunblade, you're wrong. Very wrong. As much as I wish to fight him alone, there is more at stake here than my pride. We must rid the world of this beast once and for all. Dekumon, Sophie, follow my lead. Ah, and there's Garlean Steel coming up. Love this song. Alright, here we go. This ought to be worth a darn. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my item level's under 395. Oh, that's great. Well, this should be fun. You know, if he's after me, why is he suddenly attacking Radovan? Ooh, you've got a lot of health, good sir. I'll give you all the good shit. Yep. Use as much of my big attack power time as I can. Oh, that's a lot of AoEs. Too bad for you, your aim sucks. And we're slowly wearing him down. He's at 85%. Oh, hello. Oh, he's doing two of them now. Hey, where'd you go? Oh, it's split damage. Ooh, my health is gone. Sophie's! Yeah, you just let both of them get hit by that. Where are you two going? Well, you made that trick a lot harder than it should have been. And that's only a quarter of his health. Whew. I am definitely not overgeared for this one. Closer, getting closer. There's Bioshock's back up. Oh, Mercy's up too. That's a bonus. Double coiling. And I can go into the Fang Claw combo. Get back here. Dang it, made me waste all my time. People keep standing in that thing and they should not be.
here.
This is a long fight. He became untargetable. What happened? What's going on here? Oh! Oh, he smoked us. Oh, what are we doing? I can't move. I can't move. Why can't I move? Oh, is Radovan about to do the Gunbreaker LB3? Yes, he is. Oh. Damn, knocked me to the edge. So you're telling me, yep, I gotta finish this fight alone. Lovely. Well, this should be fun. Start rotating my cooldowns here. Yeah, well, I'm not stupid enough to stand in front of that. Or that one. Or that one. Dude, I can just avoid these so easily. The first one, See? Oh, my health. No. Okay, I am definitely under geared for this one. Shoot. All right, here we go. Second half of the fight once again. See if this time I can actually do it. The easy mode echo here should help significantly. Get back here. Slide over here just to make sure I'm well clear of any X's. Yeah, thought so. Give him the old double dot. Start putting Rampart on now, just so I can actually use it more reliably. Get back here. Calling Blade again. Dude, I've seen this already. I've seen the double Calling Blade even. I'm not falling for it. A few more seconds and I'll have Fang Claw back up. Oh, that's new. I see. Okay. So this will be the easiest one to get to. Okay, those are starting to get a little unpleasantly spicy. Get back here. Oh, we're doing this again. Oh, I'm baiting AoEs. Shooting out things I ought not to right there. Here. Our Magitech turrets. Come on, stop running around. Freaking turrets are all taking shots at me while I'm trying to get enough damage in on this guy. Nope. No mercy at least. Come back here. Man, my dash just does not have enough cooldown. Sure. Go ahead and do the order thing. All your X's are pointed in the wrong direction again, good sir. %. 1%. No percent. Oh, 0.5%. 1/3%. There we go. I got him finally. Whew. Man, stubborn fight. Oh, wow, that went on way longer than I thought it would. I never thought I'd live to see the day that Fighter Squad Masala met his match. You were a better gunbreaker than I ever was. And for what it's worth, I'm sorry for all the trouble I put you both through.
You're sorry? I should bloody well hope so, too, you great oaf. What were you thinking threatening Mamula like that? Not to mention leaving us to escort him to Ishgard.
When Dekumon found me in Mamula, I noticed the Alade watching us from a nearby cliff top. I thought it was strange that they'd pass up the opportunity to attack us, so I made it appear as though I'd abandoned you and started following them in secret. I discovered that their primary target was now the Warrior of Light, not Kato Mamula. This scout saw you on their way to Camp Dragonhead and reported it to Vitus, who then called off the ambush to see for himself if the information was valid. Powerful as he was, he would never show his hand unless he was certain of victory, so he waited to make his move. One thing I did know for certain is that even if the three of us fought together, we wouldn't stand a chance against the full might of the Alade. That was when I decided to consult our fugitive engineer. We talked into the early hours of the morning until we reached an understanding, and he agreed to construct the Magitech control device. In order for the plan to work, I would have to remain hidden until the very last moment, even from the two of you.
But I thought you needed time alone to think about what you'd done.
The remorse I felt for dishonoring myself was no act. When I realized Mamula's identity, I wanted to confront him about Bozja, but I needed to get him away from you and Reese. I never had any intention of killing him. All I wanted was for him to admit to his crimes. But still gave me a sick sense of satisfaction to see him on his knees, defeated. That is where I knew I'd betrayed the ideals of the Gunbreaker, that I had abandoned my honor. I want to thank you for guiding me back to the true path. With Vitus gone, any remaining members of the Alade are free of his control and are likely to be treated as fugitives running from the Empire. In any case, I think it is safe for Mamula to come out of hiding now. That would be good.
Allow me to express my gratitude for vanquishing the Alade, which I understand was due in no small part to Radovon's marvelous idea involving the Magitech callers. I'm glad to hear the device I cobbled together functioned as intended.
Yes, we couldn't have done it without your help. Vitus alone pushed the three of us to our limits. Had the Alade joined in the fight, things would have ended very differently. We owe you our lives.
All things considered, it was the least I could do. A remarkably simple matter, in fact, compared to my next endeavor, the installation of Ishgard's ceruleum heating system. While I may never be able to adequately repay the kindness I have been shown, I must begin somewhere, until we meet again.
Oh, goodness me. I apologize, this has gone on a lot longer than I thought it would. Dekumon, since I first met you, I knew you had the potential to become a gunbreaker. As the only one of my clan to escape the destruction of Bozja's citadel, I thought the art of the gunblade would die with me. Now that I have passed on all that I know to you, my successor, I feel that there is little for you to gain from taking on assignments with us.
Yes, we can hardly expect the Warrior of Light to spend valuable time assisting us with our money-making schemes.
Before we part ways, however, there is one last place I would like to visit with you. I hear that a great many adventurers who hope to make a name for themselves head to Revenant's Toll. I imagine there will be plenty to keep us busy. But more than anything, I am hoping to find others to whom I can impart the teachings of my clan. Once people see you with your gunblade strapped to your back, I'm sure it'll pique their curiosity. So, will you come with us? Of course, I know the place well. Good old Mordona. Nice of the game to teleport me all the way to Mordona automatically. I must confess, we would have struggled to find this place without you.
Yes, when I first heard about a remote settlement populated almost entirely by adventurers and the like, I was expecting it to be a lot more lawless and chaotic. Knife fights over card games, that sort of thing. What a pleasant surprise it turned out to be.
With a little luck, I'll find candidates to train as gunbreakers. Although it goes against the traditions of my clan to teach outsiders, meeting you has proved to me that we were being overly cautious. You see, the gunblade is forged for one purpose, to protect. We feared that its techniques would fall into the hands of those who would seek to oppress and conquer, such as the Guardians and the Elegants before them. Centuries of being beset by enemies on all sides taught us to fear and mistrust those not of our clan. That is why we kept our art such a closely guarded secret. But when you came out to rescue that day, you acted without a thought for your own safety to aid those in need. This is the true essence of the Gunbreaker. You have your own ideals to protect, your own promises to keep. Go forth, Dekumon, and follow your path wherever it may lead. Oh, goodness me. It has led to the end of my path as a Gunbreaker. Of course, I get to pick up one final skill beforehand. Really broken one, too. Continuation. In order to get the next Gunbreaker quest, you must have completed the main scenario quest Shadowbringers. Which basically is the level 80 main story quest. So definitely not gonna happen anytime soon, if at all. Okay, this quest has gone on far, far longer than it should have. So I will show off continuation next time, I promise. In the meantime, if you've enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more Eorzean adventures where next time, I'll be playing the role of a bard. So see you then.